Hello, my name is Nedu. I am a DIY sewing enthusiast based in Lagos. In this video, I'll be showing how to make a pair of wraparound trousers. But before I begin this, I was keen to talk about the design origin. And judging from commercial vintage sewing patterns, the design emerged somewhere around the 1970s and was called all sorts of things from wrap and tie shirts to wrap and go pant skirts to the wraparound pant skirts. And another thing I noticed is that the selling points of the pattern makers was the ease of sewing of this design. Super easy and still trendy. And you'd recall that around the 70s, that was when the era where wide leg pants were considered really trendy, and super stylish. You'd recall your parents' bell bottoms and their wide leg trousers, Slay on, ma'am. Slay on, sir. Yeah, so it's a very comfortable, still stylish silhouette. I was keen to make a pair that fit me right, and I observed that based on the architecture of the design, it's basically a measure of the front trouser leg, the back trouser leg, and then with wrap extensions in front and at the back, with also a tie at the waist. Very simple. So join me as I make my pair. This should be fun. So you'd need the following measurements: the waist circumference, the hip depth, the hip circumference, the crotch depth, the trouser length, and the following wearing allowances so that it fits comfortably. The pattern basically consists of the trouser front legs, the trouser back legs, the front wrap extension, and the back wrap extension. And here's the construction steps. Start by drawing a top line 1.5 inches from the top edge. Next, draw two straight lines equal to the trouser length. The distance between both lines is equal to the quarter east hip. Then mark out the crotch depth plus 3 inches. And from that point, draw out the front crotch curve base and go downwards. Also draw out the back crotch curve base and also go downwards. Then extend that line to the top line. Now draw another vertical line. The distance between both parallel lines is the quarter east hip. You can now erase that middle bit of the top line. Now you can draw the total crotch curve. Erase the temporary guideline at the middle. To create the wrap extensions, draw on both sides a width equal to half of quarter east hip and then draw downwards by the trouser length. And then you can erase the extra bit of top line. To draw the correct waistline curve, make the following adjustments. Decline at the front by 0.25 inches and elevate at the back by 0.25 inches. And then reconnect both of the new points to the sides using slightly curved lines. Afterwards, erase the old lines. And then draw sewing allowances all around the pattern. 1/2 inch at the top and the crotch curve, 1 inch at the sides and 1.5 at the hem. The top edge of the pattern may need to be reduced so that it fits the waist snugly. When you measure either side, you should have the same number. Now subtract from this number half of your waist measurement. This will give you the excess that needs to be removed to achieve waist shaping. So this should guide the position and length of the waist shaping tucks. The width of each tuck is equal to the waist shaping computed earlier. Cut out the completed pattern. I recommend using a lightweight fabric that has considerable movement and drape. So place 2 layers of fabric on your cutting table and arrange your pattern on the wrong side of the fabric. To conserve your pattern paper, you could make a short pattern and then extend the length against the fabric directly. So first, join both pieces of fabric by sewing along the crotch curve, and then finish the 4 side edges with a simple double fold. Then draw the waist shaping tucks based on previous measurements. You should have a total of 4 tucks. I've used tailor's chalk to mark out my 4 tucks. So use pins to hold each tuck in place precisely before sewing it down. Use a warm steam iron to press down each tuck so that it lays down flat. Next, finish each of the 4 side edges with a simple double fold. You could press down the folds with an iron before stitching. Now cut out 2 waistbands, one for the front and one for the back. The length is 4 inches and the width is waist plus 18 inches. Now fold the top edge and bottom edge of the band, half an inch on both sides. Also fold it halfway and press down with an iron. Now sandwich the top edge of the trouser within that half-inch fold of the waistband and pin both together. Now finish the extreme ends of the waistband by turning it inside out so that the final stitch is not visible and tidy. After sewing, it's turned out right sides out again. The waistband will eventually be joined to the trouser with a tidy edge stitch. Then stitch a marking on the back waistband so you can tell the difference between the front and back easily. I use my label here. The final finishing touch will be to hem the bottom edge with a simple double fold. This was a fun project. I love the outcome and I enjoy wearing it even more. It's super easy to tie. So start by tying the front band around your waist and then pass the curve between your legs and then tie the back band so that the knot shows in front and then enjoy your trousers.